So we didn't draw any bombs, obviously. Well, we didn't draw any bombs that we could use. Obviously, we did get an Nahiri. This would have been a lot of fun if we were in white-red warriors, but we're not. So we have to rely on synergy and the curve to win. Unfortunately, we don't have any turn 1 drops, so our synergy is going to be pretty bad with that. But hopefully, we never get mana screwed, and we can curve into 2, 3, 4 pretty nicely. We are hoping to win with just creatures and good old removal. We have some combat tricks in the form of Oblivion's Hunger and Might of Marasa. Rapid Bite is a sorcery, so technically not a combat trick, but you know. And let's see how we do. Yeah, I can probably sideboard stuff in, but we'll see. Zendikar quick drafting. We are doing black-green counters. Alright, our first hand is absolutely horrible, but we have one of our high-end cards. We have a kill spell to keep us afloat, and we already have 4 lands. Our opponent's going first, so I feel okay about this. Obviously not ideal, but let's go. I mean, I just don't want to mulligan in game 1, and I am punished heavily for it. I don't like mulliganing on the first game, but maybe I definitely should have, considering our opponent is hyper aggressive here. And we have no plays until much later. Let's see. I feel like the Banneret is going to be more of a problem here. And we only lose 1 life if we kill it, so let's just get rid of the Banneret for now. So, Hal Jordan, what did you get out of your fat packs? Besides Nahiri. Teeter Peak Ambusher. We take 1 damage, that is fine. We still are stuck with no plays, which is very silly. Teeter Peak Ambusher is powered up, so we are going to be taking a whole bunch of damage right now, unfortunately. We finally get our 4th mana out. Reach and Haste is not something we need, so we'll get our Visionary out. We get to draw a card. Hopefully it's something we can play next turn. Mana Dork is not what we need because we are already mana flooding. Yasharn Impeachable Earth. Nice. How do you feel about Yasharn? That's the 4/4 boar, right? A Guild Summit. I forgot what that card is. Ooh, Malakar Blood Priest here is pretty good. So we need the green. We can get... Sure, let's get the Tangled Florahedron. And get the Blood Priest in play. Just a chump blocker at this point. We have drawn 0 of our aggression creatures, unfortunately. Yasharn. Yasharn's a weird card. I played against it in my last draft on Sunday. That was not fun losing to it. 4/5 creature. He's our opponent's probably going to attack. Fluffknitter is probably going to attack us with it. It's a 4/5. We only have 1 mana open. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do here. I don't have the Subtle Strike combat trick. So, unfortunately, we are a little bit stuck at the moment. Okay, so we can double block one of the ambushers, I suppose, or we could chump block. I don't want to lose my Juriga Visionary. However, chump blocking Howling Felidar is probably our best bet here. Or I could just take all of the damage. I don't know. I don't think I need that 1 mana though next turn. So let's just do this. Kaza Royal Chaser. Oh boy, I can't tell you too much about that guy. Mostly because... Oh, maybe I did need that 1 mana. And I can't attack with this because I need the mana to cast Subtle Strike. I can't tell you too much about Kaza Royal Chaser because I don't even remember which card that was. I have been very, very negligent about this set. I haven't been playing it enough because I was busy setting up my channel and learning how to do video editing. Which card is Kaza Royal? Let me look this guy up. Kaza Royal Chaser. Ah, this guy. I have played. I'm looking him up right now. 2 to cast, 1 to flying haste. Next sorcery you cast costs X less. X is the number of wizards you control. I mean, it's a lot of fun in constructed, but absolutely useless in limited. The chances of you drawing that and getting I suppose we'll have to do this. And then we can still cast our Subtle Strike after our opponent pumps their creatures. Yeah, the chances of you getting Kaza Royal Chaser and a whole bunch of blue-red wizards seems very low. Okay, at least we get to put a 1/1 counter on our swamp before it dies. So we will pick both. Our opponent's Prowling Feldar is going to get -1/-1, and we are going to get a 1/1 counter on our swamp. So at least we can kill our opponent's Feldar. But we are drawing dead, so we are not looking good. I mean, we drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands in the top part of our deck, and a mana dork, so really, really hard for you to win when all you draw are lands. We have vanquished the weak, but that's not going to do too much for us. We'll play the swamp. We can blow up the flying creature. I mean, if I draw another Nissa Zendikar, we survive. We can't really block the ambusher too many times, so I suppose we'll have to kill the ambusher right now and just hope we draw Nissa Zendikar. Like, if we draw other creatures, maybe that was the wrong move. If I draw other creatures, I guess we could have blocked the ambusher as well. Yeah, all we see are lands, and our opponent has Prowling Feldar anyway, so why does it matter? We did not draw what we need here. Womp womp. Well, okay, more technical difficulties. I think it's because my roommate is also streaming. Oh no, sorry. Whoa, what am I talking about? My roommate is also playing Magic cards at the moment, and my wife is probably streaming TV, watching some movies after a hard day's work. What is my favorite color to play if you had to play a monocolored deck? I would definitely have to say it depends on whether it's paper or on arena or historically. So I started playing in the Judgment set, and my first deck was white, so I loved having white weenies as my monocolor, but don't have anything to play, so whatever. But in arena, because most of the collection cards that I got were red when I first started, like when was it whichever set Embercleave was in, I got 3 Embercleaves from the Mythic Wild cards and booster packs. So like I ended up playing red because red deck wins was extremely dominant back then. Oh no. So yeah, Throne of Eldraine. Yeah, you're right. Throne of Eldraine was when Embercleave entered. So yeah, that's why I chose that. We have 4 mana. They got rid of our Visionary, so that's technically 1.5 cards that our opponent got, or he traded 1 for 2 cards, I suppose. But that does put us in Skyclave Sentinel territory here, and we can Vastwood Fortification it next turn. We can attack with the Mucklord, so we are in decent shape. Yeah, so white, if it's on paper, because I still go back to my nostalgic beginnings from Judgment. So yeah, I would definitely consider white. Oh, and we are losing our Turn Timber aesthetic. That's fun. Taborax Hope's Demise. Alright, so it's our opponent's turn. End of his turn, we will put a 1/1 counter on our Skyclave Sentinel. Ooh, Taunting Arbor Mage, that's pretty good. Maybe we keep it, because we already have a Flying and a Drucklord. Having its kicker would be pretty sweet, so maybe I just hold back, because by itself it's just a 2/3 creature, that's not going to do too much for us, so let's hold back. Taborax. What is Taborax? Taborax Hopes Demise. Ooh, yes! This card, I got him in my sealed for Zendikar Rising. Wow, our opponent just has every single response that they need. So here we are. I guess we'll just have to play it as a 2/4 body, just because if they blow up our Mucklord, at least the 1/1 counter will go somewhere. Taborax Hope's Demise was excellent in the sealed deck. I ended up getting a something going on with the cleric creature type, so that was nice. Deals damage equal to its power to target you don't control. I guess I can still attack with the Drucklord here. Or I can attack with both. If he blocks, I can Rabbit Bite it to death, I suppose. Unless he has a counterspell, in which case I'm screwed. So Rabbit Bite. Shell Shield, Oblivion's Hunger, wow. So our opponent literally just has everything that they need. All of our cards were perfectly removed and countered by exactly what they drew, I mean. So here we are, another game that is just not our day. Tuk Tuk Rubble Fort, and a foil one at that, nice. And here we are, more mana, but can't complain. We have 7 lands, 26 cards left to go. That's not too far out of the ordinary. And now our opponent is top decking a lot more cards than we are, so we are about to lose this game very quickly. But that's okay. Losing is part of the game. Tuk Tuk Rubble. Did you get any other foils, Hal Jordan? I guess we'll have to block here. 7 damage. Let's just leave it. Ghastly Gloom Hunter isn't going to help us too much. And we get countered, of course. So there's that. And our opponent scries 2 top. Yeah, we both know it. Todd and I know it. He knows it, I know it. This game's over. When he's picked off our high-end cards right at the beginning, like, Pelika Predation is such a high-risk card to do in Limited, because if you get it early, and you don't catch anything, all you're getting is information for the cost of 1 card. That's very expensive. And if you draw it late, and your opponent has already played their threats, you're drawing a dead card because it's a flip land. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Swamp, no good, but it doesn't matter. We can't block all of that next turn anyway, so we're going to lose. Let's let our opponent attack and win. Full Art Prowling Felidar and a foil Territorial Scythe Cat. Nice. I like the rares that you got. We'll block 6 damage. It doesn't matter what we block. Again, flash to GG. Our opponent drew exactly what they needed. and we have succumbed to their threats. Iridescent Hornbeetle. That's clutch. Literally. Iridescent. 0-2. Not our day right now. We are having technical difficulties today and no luck in our drafts. So the good thing is that will free us more time to draft even more. Full Art Prowling Felidar. Prowling Felidar was is a lot of fun. I love playing Zendikar Rising drafts with Felidar. Landfall is so easy to draft, and it's so satisfying watching your opponents just wait until your territorial scythe cats and your Prowling Felidars get so big they have no way to deal with it, except if they have Smite the Monstrous or Bloodchief's Thirst or something like that. Okay, so we have turn 2, turn 3, and a kill spell, and we're going first. We have our mana base, so can't complain too much. Nissa Zendikar. Ooh, okay, this is not looking that great anymore. We have a lot of our lower end cards that need 1/1 counters to do anything, but we're not drawing any of our 1/1 counter cards, so that is not looking too good. However, we do have some stuff going on. I don't think we need the Soul Shatter yet. We don't need to feed the Swarm a Mana Dork, so let's just get out our Skyclave Sentinel here and attack with the 2/2. Cherix the Raging Isle. What? Foil crab? Man, that crab is so meme. When I saw the previews of that crab, I laughed so hard and I ran straight to my friend just to show him. That was freaking hilarious. Alright, feed the Swarm 3. Or we can just force our opponent to sacrifice the Skyclave Sentinel. I suppose we can't attack with the Skyclave Sentinel yet, so it's not that exciting. Our opponent might just end up spending more cards powering up their Skyclave Sentinel, so maybe let's just hold back and bait out some power-up cards. Your foil crab, that's the winner right there. Foil crab for the memes. Opponent is attacking, but it has defender, so what are they going to do? Absolutely nothing. That's what I thought. So here we go. Ooh, Taunting Arbor Mage. That's not going to help us. We need a 1/1 counters to make this work. So Kickers 7. We're not that far away from it, I suppose. And there's nothing going on the board, so I don't think getting another defender creature here is going to help us at all, so let's see what happens. You got the foil crab. I think that's exciting. Why did you not lead with that, man? The Cherix the Raging Isle, I mean, come on, 0-17? That is... Someone just had a lot of fun. Can you just imagine the Wizards design team? Ooh, killing my Skyclave Sentinel, eh? Yeah, okay, I guess I can't do anything about that, so have at it. Can you just imagine the design team sitting around saying, hey, we gotta make this giant crab for the set, you know, because in our story there's a giant crab, so we gotta have this giant crab in there. And then so they've decided on this giant crab. What they're gonna do is spend the entire day on deciding what its toughness is. They're gonna say, no, it's gotta be 0-15. 0-15 is big enough. No, man, come on. Can you just imagine having that argument? Skyclave Sentinel comes in, Malakir Blood Priest, I mean, why not? No attacks. Seagate Colossus? Base Camp, Base Camp is fun, it's very, very useless in limited. Ooh. Nissa Zendikar. Okay, I think we should feed the Swarm that. Because that's only gonna cost us 0 life to destroy. So I think feed the Swarm on the Zendikar is an excellent plan. We still only have a Gnarlid Colony and a Malakir Blood Priest to attack, so I don't think I'm gonna Soul Shatter just yet. Commander or 60 card, anything goes. Interesting. Anything goes. Okay, our opponent is stuck on 3 lands. For now. Hopefully our deck can draw us more cards that aren't just lands. This is very boring now. Again, we are at 26 cards and 7 lands in play. What am I supposed to do? Whisper Agent. Whisper Agent is a fun card to play. Cliff Haven Kite Sail. Okay, so they can make their Hedron flying, I guess. That's cool. Suppose they can start attacking with that. So they probably have Might of Marasa, so I might as well just let this through. Nothing I can do about that 1 damage. Nissa Zendikar is good, so we do need the mana for Soul Shatter, so we can't attack with this just yet, because again, if they have Might of Marasa, our Zendikar is going to be destroyed instantly. What we want to happen is attack with the Nissa Zendikar, and I hate this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nissa Zendikar onto our forest. What we want to do is attack with our Nissa Zendikar into their Skyclave Sentinel, and then we Soul Shatter, and they're forced to sacrifice their Sentinel. So that would be our best bet. However, if we attack, we won't have enough mana, so we are going to pass the turn. Whisper Agent is a fun card. Play Shepherd of the Heroes. I think, oh, Nighthawk Scavenger comes in. They still have enough for Might of Marasa, so that's not good. Our opponent has a lot of flying creatures now. So what we can do is have our Taunting Harbor Mage come out. All creatures block target creature, do so this turn. However, you can put a 1/1 counter on a Skyclave Sentinel and have that attack. 3/4. If it's a 3/4, Might of Marasa, you can still just sacrifice it. They're gonna sacrifice the Skyclave Sentinel when really we want to blow up the Scavenger, so that's not gonna work either. So this is difficult. This is difficult. I don't think I can attack here just yet. If I lived on Ravnica, what guild would I join and why? I would join Dimir, because my favorite card ever since they came up with, ever since Wizards came up with the guild themes, is Glimpse the Unthinkable. Seagate Colossus. Okay, so I either Soul Shatter that. I guess I can wait and just have our opponent Soul Shatter the Seagate Colossus. But let's see if we can bait him into any sort of weird attack here. So our opponent attacks with the Scavenger. It's a 4/3. So our best bet is to... We can block with that. Our opponent has 1 mana. I don't think that's good enough for Might of Marasa, so I'm going to go for Skyclave Sentinel and blocking with the Skyclave Sentinel. Let's see what happens here. Okay, our opponent does nothing, so we can also Soul Shatter now and destroy our opponent's Seagate Colossus. Now we're in decent shape. Drop the Forest. We can cast the Taunting Arbor Mage and blow up our opponent's board right now. Taunting Arbor Mage. All creatures block our forest this turn if possible, and then we attack. Sorry, let me come back. Like I said, Glimpse the Unthinkable. Tap 2, mill 10 cards. That was my favorite card. It still is my favorite card ever. So that's why I would join the Mirror. You ask me, take a guess at who you would join. Well, you seemed very excited about Nahiri, and you started with Nahiri, and you do Taekwondo and self-defense, so I think you like to get very hands-on. So my guess would be Boros. I think you would go for the Red-White Guild. Did I guess right? Uh-oh. Our opponent has a massive flying creature now. There you go. Boros, Boros, Boros. Nissa Zendikar. Alright, we have a second copy of Nissa Zendikar. Which doesn't help us all that much, to be honest. But it is more creatures on the board, so we can't complain about that. So let's calculate. If we attack with everything, our opponent is going to take 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 damage to at the cost of losing one of our creatures. Is that worth it at this point? It might be, because our opponent doesn't have any of the blockers. We're definitely getting in the 10 damage. And then our opponent would be left at 8. However, I don't know if I have any other solutions to a 6/5. So at most, we would wait 1 turn. So either I attack with everything now, or I wait 1 turn. I suppose I will play it cautious and wait 1 turn. Aurelia is awesome for sure. And your friends say you're Boros Legion and Aurelius. Oh no, our opponent gets Nighthawk Scavenger back. Are you kidding me? Okay, so now I'm kind of glad I did not attack with everything. However, we'll get Turn Timber Ascetic out, I suppose. Now do I attack with everything? I can't afford to lose too many of my Nissa Zendikar anymore. I need to be ready to block the Nighthawk Scavenger. Seagate Colossus I can take care with the Ascetic. But yeah, I'm gonna need every creature I can get, unfortunately, so I'm going to just stall out here. Did you ever play when Lord of Eldraine was around? I think, or right before Lord of Eldraine, there was Knights, right? Mardu Knights, white, black, red Knights. Did you ever play that? That combo was fun. Swamp. Oof. swamp's not gonna help us, so I guess we're stuck. Return to Ravnica. Nice. Mardu Knights. We have to block here. Like, we can't double block. If our opponent has a kill spell or whatever, we're just gonna have to tank it. Because if we double block, it's gonna have Death Touch, and we're gonna lose both of our forests anyway. So, yep, here we go. Our opponent kicks it. And unfortunately, we lose our creature for no reason, and our opponent is up 10 life. We have a Rabid Bite. Rabid Bite is pretty good. But what do we Rabid Bite here? Any creature our opponent has is going to have flying. Maybe we... Okay, yeah, I think we just Rabid Bite the Nighthawk Scavenger then. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice here. Yeah, I can Rabid Bite and then attack with the Aesthetic because I can't block the Kazandu Stomper anyway, so I think that's my best bet here. So Rabid Bite is going to go from... I guess it has to come from my Aesthetic here. It's not a fight, so I won't lose to Death Touch, so that's fine. I'll drop the Forest because our opponent sees that anyway, and then we'll attack with the Aesthetic. Because what else am I going to do, right? Yeah, so now they have a Seagate Colossus that's flying, which is fine, maybe. Yeah, because our opponent has Cliffhaven Kitesail anyway, it doesn't matter. I would either lose to that creature or I'd lose to this creature. And they both have flying anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. I do have Might of Marasa, so that puts me at 9-9, which means I can trade with this Colossus once it gets flying. That is curious. So I suppose that's what we're hoping for. Or we can just aggressively attack into this because our opponent is tapped out. So I think that's going to be the plan here. We do have enough mana for this. This costs 5. +5/+5 would put any of our creatures at 6. Or at 7 at least. So, yeah, I suppose we attack with these creatures and bait our opponent. Which planeswalker would be my friend, my arch enemy, and who I would marry? Let me think about that one. Might of Marasa, instant. We definitely cast this, blow up our opponent's Seagate Colossus, and we end our turn. My friend, probably Jace. Once again, going back to Dimir, Jace was super cool to me. I love the whole alternative win strategy thing, so milling your opponent's deck or milling yourself. Definitely would be my friend. Arch enemy and who I would marry. I'm not sure about those ones, so yeah, let's hear it from you. Which ones would... How did... He had another Blood Beckoning? Are you kidding me? Just... And all we're drawing are lands, of course, so... Here we go, I guess. Oh, GG. Yes, Hal Jordan, let's hear it. If you were a planeswalker, which planeswalker would be your friend, your arch enemy, and who would you marry? Dreadworm, all right. Our opponent equips. We have a Visionary, so we can at least draw another card. We draw, of course, another Forest. Your friend would be Sorin. Interesting choice. Archenemy with Liliana, and you would marry Nissa. Why? The important thing is why. Why are those your choices? Alright, so we block here, and... Yep. What am I supposed to do when your opponent has double Blood Beckoning and basically the best creatures to revive? How if I told I've been telling my deck to stop giving me lands ever since he has another. What is happening? Wow, our opponent has the most ridiculous recursion deck. It's actually amazing what's happening right now. I can't believe it. I don't think we have enough cards in our deck to actually win against that. So I think I should just concede and move on so that we can start our next match. I have some sort of mana curse, I swear. When I was playing Constructed Ranked, I made a spreadsheet to keep track of how many times I got mana screwed. And based on the results, I was getting basically twice as many weird mana flood or mana screw situations than I should have been. So that is just the story of my life and my account. I take 8 here because what else am I gonna do? I have nothing I can do against his onslaught of huge creatures. And once again, even when I'm about to lose, my deck still refuses to give me lands. So here we are. I guess I attack with everything because what am I gonna do? I have nothing to block. Yep, my opponent knows it. He doesn't need to care about any of that damage. He has flying. He has 14 on board. Soren seems like such a cool guy to hang out with. Liliana would be my arch emesis. Yeah, zombies are pretty annoying. Awesome elf with elementals. That's a pretty good reason. Oh, and there's the haste. So GG, let's let our opponent swing for the win because that's always satisfying to lose to a thwack. And we take our loss and move on. So that is sad days for today. For today's draft so far, we went 0-3. Oops, what happened here? 0-3. What do I think? I'm not so sure about the Soren. Soren's a creepy vampire in my opinion, so I'm not sure I would want to hang out with the creepy vampire. It's Soren's color. Who else is in Soren's color? Kaya? I think Kaya would be pretty cool. I mean, what's the deal with her ghost form and, you know, possessing things and bringing things back to life? What's her deal? I think Kaya would be more interesting to hang out with than a vampire. But the cool thing about the vampire Soren is I love the Orzhov drain life mechanic. So after the mirror, my second favorite guild would definitely be Orzhov.